हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हो आप लोग। इस वीडियो में हम रेस्पिरेशन के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, तो टाइम वेस्ट ना करते हुए स्टार्ट करते हैं। सो विल बी लर्निंग अबाउट रेस्पिरेशन इन दिस वीडियो। विल स्टार्ट विद द डेफिनेशन ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन itself. What does that mean? Okay, so respiration is a process of acquiring oxygen from outside the body and utilizing the same in order to break down the food molecules for the cellular needs. Okay, in respiration we have two types. So one being aerobic respiration and the second one being anaerobic respiration. So now coming to the aerobic respiration, this is a type of respiration in which the organisms will be using the oxygen in order to break down the food molecules to produce the energy. Okay, and the name itself is indicating anaerobic respiration means here the organisms will not use oxygen, which means they do respiration in the absence of oxygen. Here the respiration in the presence of oxygen, you call it as aerobic respiration, and the respiration in the absence of oxygen, you call it as anaerobic respiration. For example, for aerobic respiration you can give an example of plants, animals, we human beings also. For anaerobic respiration you can consider the example of yeast. So what I told, respiration refers to the breakdown of food resources, nothing but a glucose form, right? So we can represent this respiration in the form of chemical equation like this: C6H12O6, okay, in the presence of oxygen, okay, would be broken down to form what? Carbon dioxide, water and energy. Okay, so this is nothing but approximately equivalent to 38 ATP molecules. Okay, so it uses 6 molecules of oxygen to liberate 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water along with the liberation of the energy. Okay, so this is how the equation of aerobic respiration looks like. What I have written, this equation will not exactly happen like this. This actually happens in two main steps. Okay, so one step is that this glucose, you can call it as a 6 carbon molecule because there are 6 number of carbon in it. Okay, so this 6 number of glucose, okay, it will be broken down into 3 carbon molecule. Okay, 3 carbon molecule called pyruvate. Okay, so coming to the formula of pyruvate, you can give it as C3H4 and O3. So this is a 3 carbon molecule compound, and this 6 carbon molecule compound glucose is broken down into 3 carbon molecule called pyruvate in cytoplasm. So this process happens inside the cytoplasm, and this pyruvate, which is 3 carbon molecule, upon reaching mitochondria, okay, here it will be oxidized to liberate carbon dioxide, oxygen, and along with the liberation of enormous amount of energy, and thus the mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of the cell because this is a place where actually the energy is being generated. So this is how the respiration happens step by step. Okay, so now let me explain you what happens, what are the products of anaerobic respiration and what happens for the aerobic respiration in the lack of supply of oxygen. Okay, so what are the products formed when there is not sufficient supply of oxygen for this aerobic organism? You can see that what I have explained so far, I have represented like this along with one extra information I'll tell now. See, the glucose, right, in the cytoplasm is broken down into the 3 carbon molecule called as pyruvate. This glucose is a 6 carbon compound, right? And then this pyruvate, what happens to this in the absence of oxygen? For example, yeast, which is nothing but anaerobic respiration. This pyruvate is broken down into ethanol, which is a 2 carbon compound, along with the liberation of carbon dioxide and energy. Okay, and in the presence of oxygen, okay, which is nothing but a aerobic respiration, there in the mitochondria this process will be happening, right, where the pyruvate is converting into or where the pyruvate is broken down into carbon dioxide, water and energy. Okay, so now in aerobic respiration only, what happens in the lack of oxygen supply? So in the lack of oxygen supply, our cells, our muscle cells will carry out this respiration process where the pyruvate is broken down into the lactic acid along with the liberation of energy. So now because of the accumulation of this lactic acid in muscle cells, people usually get muscle cramps. It's the main reason is because of the accumulation of lactic acid in their muscles. This happens when there is a lack of supply of oxygen for the purpose of respiration. Okay, so this is all about respiration. So now coming to the point of aerobic respiration, you can see that, right, in the aerobic respiration the organisms must need oxygen for the purpose of respiration. So there is a need for these aerobic organisms to ensure that there is a sufficient supply of oxygen. So various organisms have evolved various organs in order to take up this oxygen. So if you consider terrestrial organisms, they have evolved with the organs called lungs in order to take up the oxygen, correct? And if you see aquatic organisms like fishes or other living organisms which lives in the water, they have evolved with the organs called gills, right, in order to take up the dissolved oxygen in the water. And since the amount of dissolved oxygen is lesser when you compare with respect to atmospheric oxygen, the breathing rate in the aquatic organisms will be greater than that of terrestrial organisms. And it is no surprise that we humans also evolved with the organs called as lungs in order to take up the oxygen. So now let us study how the oxygen is taken up by our pair of lungs in the process of respiration. Okay, so you could see that this is a nasal passage and this is a mouth cavity, pharynx, and this is a larynx, and this is a bronchi, and this is a alveolar sac, and this is a dome shaped muscle called diaphragm, and these are the ribs, and this is a one pair of lungs. These are the links of cartilage, and this is a trachea. Okay, so in human beings the hair is taken into the body through the nostrils, okay, which have got a fine hairs which will filter this hair, plus it also have got a mucous membrane where it traps the microorganisms entering along with the hair, and then the hair passes along this line, okay, where the rings of cartilages will ensure that there is no collapse of the intaken hair, and upon reaching the lungs the passage divides into smaller and smaller tubules, utterly ending with the balloon like structures called as an alveoli. Okay, these are the balloon like structures, what we call it as a alveoli. And this alveoli has got a very good supply of blood capillaries, okay, and this is the main site where the actual exchange of gases will happen, like carbon dioxide is given out and oxygen would be taken up by the blood. And next, see, when you breathe in, what happens? See, when you breathe in, this diaphragm, okay, will contract, okay, and it flattens up, and thus it will be lifting up your ribs. So because of which what happens, the chest cavity enlarges, and thus oxygen would be, or the air would be sucked inside these lungs. Okay, so the vice versa happens during breathe out or exhalation, you call it. Okay, so what happens during exhalation or breathe out is this diaphragm will expand, and thus you will be lifting down your ribs so that it contracts the chest cavity, so will exhale the carbon dioxide. Also, if you say in multicellular organisms, the process of diffusion is not only enough in order for the exchange of gases, right? Thus, these multicellular organisms have evolved with a respiratory pigment. Okay, this respiratory pigment in human beings is nothing but HB, which is nothing but a hemoglobin, okay, which resides on top of your RBC cells. Okay, and this hemoglobin is derived from the two words, mainly hemo and globin. So hemin refers to a iron and globin refers to a protein. So it is nothing but a iron containing protein which has got a main function of carrying the oxygen. And you know, if diffusion were alone to move the oxygen right from the lungs to the different parts of the body, it is estimated that to move a molecule of oxygen from the lungs to the toes, okay, it would have taken almost 3 years. But now with the help of this hemoglobin, how quickly it is happening, right? Aren't you glad that you have this respiratory pigment in our body? Right? So this is all about the respiratory system in humans. I hope you would have found this video useful. Please like, share the video and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.